I'm joined today by the wonderful Dave Lilburn. Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm all right, Shelley, thank you.
Dave, we're talking to you today. Obviously, I'm sure that most people will recognise Dave from Help Our Wounded Royal Marines, which is now Help Our Wounded Royal Marines and Supporting Arms.
That's correct, yes. What we have now is our own charity status. Before, as Help Our Wounded Royal Marines, we were just fundraisers for the Royal Marine Charitable Trust Fund. What we are now is we're our own charity in our own right. And what this does is gives us a little bit more transparency, so we can hold the purse strings and we can actually get the money out to the guys as soon as they request it. So rather than having to go through all the Royal Marine charities, we have 5 trustees of the charity now, and each one of us can make a decision between us through a phone call or an email, and then get the money out to the guys that need it more. So it's almost instant, yeah.
Now, some people might be sitting there thinking, well, what guys? What would they need money for? What are you talking about? Tell them.
Okay, what we do is we look after all people, all ex-Royal Marines and supporting arms of the Royal Marines, whether it be from the Second World War, the Falklands War, Northern Ireland, Bosnia, Korea, you name it, we look after them. So if they've got an injury where they need help, if their family need help, then that's what we do. We get the request for help, and then we have a discussion, we have a meeting, and we say, right, this is where our money goes to. Now, one of the biggest projects that we would like to get involved with is Hasler House, and this is a special ward similar to Edley Court, and this is where a lot of the Royal Marines in Plymouth go for rehabilitation. So they might come to us and say, we need £10,000. So if we give them that £10,000, what that means is that they will get the help instantly. Right. And the reason that we put the supporting arms in there is that we can't just say ASLA. There are a mixture of Royal Marines, Naval, Air Force and Army. So we can't say, well, you are not having some and you are. Mm-hmm. So we give them the £10,000, that gets put into a pool, and then they decide ASLA where the money gets spent. Yeah, but it's primarily for the wounded. So nothing's changed in respect to how we raise the money and where the money goes. Right. All it means is that we can get it to them quicker. Yeah.
Directly through yourself, instead of having to go to the other charity, them probably having to go to another committee, and so on and so on.
Absolutely. There's a lot of a big company. The Royal Marines is a big company, and they've got a lot of obviously protocols that they have to go through. With us, we've got 5 trustees who are in contact with each other on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And we'll make an instant decision, and then between us, and get the guys sorted out. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could maybe have a base like Headley Court, maybe situated near Gatwick sometime?
Now, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. There's a few places that would be great. There's I forget the name of it. Lowfield Heath. There's somewhere there. Yeah. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah. Look after them directly.
Just obviously,
then.
I mean, we're obviously thinking of people. Most of our friends will remember young Jay Baldwin. Mm-hmm. I mean, when he came over, and he had to go to Headley Court. Mm-hmm. We all raised money to help his family fund the journeys down there and back to see him, and of course pay the rent while they were visiting him. Now, if there was a base here,
it'd be a lot
that
better.
Would be really good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. But again, unfortunately, when we raise money, as soon as we get the money in, it goes out again. So we're constantly running. And if someone like Jay, because Jay is a supporting arm, and if somebody like Jay came over and approached us, we would discuss whatever we needed to discuss, and then we would make a decision. So we will hopefully look after a wider range of injured servicemen.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I mean, you do so much. I mean, obviously, you work outside of that charity. You also work for UK Homes. That's for Heroes.
Yes, I do.
Tell people a little bit more about that while you're here as well, because that is another awesome charity that does a lot of good work.
Yeah, UK Homes for Heroes, Pride and Passion, is actually a charity run by Jimmy Dukes. He's one of the Pearly Kings of Bermondsey. Such a nice guy, absolute diamond guy. And for the last 2 years we've sort of worked closely together, and what I've done is taken over the self-operation for him. Jimmy used to drive down every Thursday to Brighton to source out and find any homeless soldiers sleeping rough on the streets, and we used to clothe them, feed them, and then get them reaccommodated, do our best to find them a suitable place to live. So what I've done is I've taken over that operation now, so I look after the south, and we're going to extend from Brighton over to possibly Hastings and maybe down to Portsmouth once I get a little bit more time, because I do work full time on top of the charities. So when I've got a bit more time, I'll do that as well. But so primarily we look after the homeless on the streets.
And you do that every Thursday night?
Every Thursday night, Brighton, on the beach. We get nice donations of food from Ovingdean College, the language school. We have local cafes who stop by and give us their leftovers, as it was. Still all nice stuff, I have a bit myself, when there's a bit left, and give them hot drinks and suitable clothing, and everything that we get again is donated. So it's the lovely people, the supporters, they donate the things and we pass it straight back to them again. So just the same as Help Our Wounded, once it comes in, it goes out again. So we're constantly working, just working for donations, and people must get absolutely, peed off with us, because that's all we do is ask. But we've got some nice people out there, some great supporters, and they help us out so much. It's unbelievable.
Well, they've been doing a happiness day on the radio yesterday, and they were asking people what made them the most happiest. And do you know what the most popular answer was?
No.
To give.
To give. Yeah.
To either donate.
Yeah.
Or to give, to volunteer time. You do all of that.
Yeah.
To donate, to give their time, to just to give. And they said that the best gifts are the ones that are free.
Yeah. And do you know something? On the other side of the coin is that the people that receive is the best, happiest thing that. So on the homeless side of it is you should see the guys' faces when they get a nice hot meal. And they do get some nice food, I have to admit, from Ovingdean. Sandwiches that we make for them, drinks, nice warm clothing. Some of it's really good, and just to see their faces, we put that smile on their face and they go away happy. Still not, they're still homeless and still on the streets, and we do our best to get them off, but we make them happy for that. And the same with the wounded. Anything we can do to help them, we do.
Now, we followed you obviously with Help Our Wounded Royal Marines quite a lot, as you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We would like to come down with you to Brighton one night. We have talked about this.
Yes.
We've never really pinned it down, but we will, and we want to. And I'm sure we've got, people that read and watch you all the time that say, I'd like to see him down in Brighton. I'd like to see this going on.
It's an eye-opener, Now, I will put my hands up. I'm one of these guys that work. I used to go to work in London with a suit and a laptop bag, and I'd see a guy on the street, and I would never have any change, and I'd look and I think nothing of it. But now that completely changed the way I look at these guys, because they are guys, they're human beings, and they shouldn't actually be where they are, And if I give them £1 and they want to buy a drink with it, that's fine by me,
It makes them happy.
Absolutely, it's fine by me. They're some of the nicest guys that you can actually meet, They're really, it's an eye-opener, really is an eye-opener.
I'm sure, and we want to come down and have a look at that. Now, tell us a little bit more. You've struggled really to get this charitable status, because it's really not an easy feat, is it?
No, it's not. No, we've had to go through all the solicitors to get it up and running, and we've probably had it about 2 weeks now. And so it was a fight, it was a struggle, but we've got it. We've got the status. As I've said, nothing is going to change from what we've been running as Help Our Wounded Royal Marines. It's the same. It just means that we're going to have a slightly different logo. So instead of Royal Marines, we're going to have supporting arms underneath on the logo. We've already got some of the new stock ready to sort of sell on stalls and events. But it just makes us more determined, and with the supporters that we've got out there, especially in Crawley, because that's where I'm based, we've got supporters all around the country, but particularly for my supporters in Crawley, thank you very much for all you do, and hope you continue to support us.
Absolutely.
As I say,
When's your next events? Come on, tell us a little about what you got coming up. Where can we go and see you?
Okay, I've got an event coming up at the Belfry. In Red Hill, so I've just got a stall there selling merchandise. Then I've got another event coming called the 50/50, so this is one of the big events where there's a group of us. I think we've got about 75 in the group at the moment, not counting our supporters, and we're going to walk from Brighton to Portsmouth carrying £50 in weight, stop at Chichester for an overnight camp where we'll have everything set up, food all sorted out for us, a few drinks hopefully, and then it's Portsmouth the next day, so it's over 2 days, 22nd, 23rd of June. And then from there on, it's the Slaple we concentrate on, because big events take a lot of planning, and they've got to be worth doing them. So we push them out a few months before we do them, so we can get some sponsorship in. And obviously,
and it's not like you don't have a life, obviously, in between these events, do you?
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I work full time. Yeah, on top of that, I've got wife and everything to look after, dogs to walk.
Life still goes on.
Absolutely. But you know what makes me feel better about it is that somebody benefits from the work that we do and from the work that the supporters do. Because, as I say, no charity is any good without the support that we get. And you are, my supporters are the backbone of our charity.
Yeah, no, they do you proud.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, backbone of our charity. And I salute you all. I do.
Mike, now tell us, what is the website now for your new charity?
Okay.
What is it? Tell them
So
all.
you can still find us on Facebook. So it's Facebook/Help Our Wounded, and the new website, which should be up and running very shortly, is helpourwounded.co.uk. So www.helpourwounded.co.uk.
Excellent. Excellent.
Facebook page is still the same.
Excellent. And they can go on there and buy t-shirts and the hats.
On the website we've got a shop.
Lovely.
Yeah, we've got a shop.
Excellent.
Yep, but you know, I do put pictures up every now and again, or even of my stall. So if you see anything, if you're local, or even if you're not local, we can post it out.
Excellent.
So we have loads of stuff to sell.
Excellent.
Onwards and upwards. And as Jimmy would say, Jimmy Jukes from UK on Free Heroes, together we can make a difference.
Excellent. That's wonderful. Thank you, Dave, for
coming. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Thank you. Your hands are really warm.
I'm always warm.
Okay.
I'm hot stuff, me. So do have a little look at the website, www.helpourwounded.co.uk. Go and buy something from the shop, by all means. They got some fantastic stuff. It's great quality as well, and it's nice to show that you're supporting a now pure local charity. I like that bit. It's a local charity. If anybody else would like to get involved with the charity, have a chat with Dave. You can find him on Facebook, David Lilburn, or you can go to the Facebook page of Help Our Wounded and contact him directly from there. Now, we would like to wish them all the best luck. They do some amazing work. Keep an eye out for our piece. We're going to go down with Dave to Brighton and see what this is all about with the UK homes. It's absolutely fantastic, and we very much look forward to it. So we'll see you then, Dave.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you all. Thanks.